Hey there guys, I'm Danks564 and this continuation of our Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. And yeah, we're about to go and have a rest, but first of all I'm gonna loot this place and it looks like it's empty. Oh, that was overly anticlimactic. uh, rest. Yep, well we definitely need a rest because we need to, uh, you know, help Durance here because he's pretty much dying. Well, you understand, I guess. Can we rest here? No, we can't rest in the throne room, I guess. Let's go and check here. That's some kind of corridor. Can we rest, like, maybe in one of the side rooms? If I'll just get inside one and rest. I very much doubt that there will be a fight right out of the gate. Yep. So let's camp here. Okay, so let's get out then. Let's rest in the castle grounds. It would be really interesting if we will not be able to rest here. We're pretty much lose endurance there. Oh, yep, we can. Yeah, let's get inside and let's clear that castle. Do I go straight for that door that opened? But I'm assuming it leads to, well, wherever we need to go. Or should we explore a bit? Holy
There's my little soldier.
I didn't know that. That scares me all the time. Well, let's talk to her.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
As you draw near, the apparition in front of you resolves into an elven woman. Her stringy hair is tied back, and she tugs at a loose thread on her apron. There is a distant hollow look in her eyes until she notices you. Okay, it's not a voiceover. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints. You've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? She watches you out of the corner of her eye. Well, we know that she's not actually saying it to me, so we'll say nothing.
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
Remind me what happened to my father.
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
Okay. He was one of the people the Glanfathans killed. That's what I said. Her voice is low in her ass, and her hand is froze over the basket. Something dark and empty clouds over her eyes.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
Okay. So that happened before the actual the war with Adherents, I think. Well, the religion of this guy. Some kind of long forgotten, I guess. Before we actually go into the cellars, I'll check out the second floor. Guess.
I'll see what I can find.
Anything here? Anything useful? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Looks like some kind of barracks.
Laying low.
Yep, it's empty. Well, at least as far as I can tell. But I'm pretty sure it's empty. Everything here was, well, mostly empty. So, yeah.
The better part of that.
Again, I'm guessing that's some kind of sort of a library. Oh, that's not empty. Okay, let's get ready then.
Hey.
You know what? We'll send our this guy forward, and once he'll engage, we'll join with the other guys. So this stupid shadows would not jump over to my casters. Okay, that I guess works. Let's try to shoot that shadow. Okay, the shadow is dead. Where's my?
How may I help?
Yeah, you have a spell, right?
Yes.
Yep,
How
you have
may
an
I
extra
help?
spell. So why don't you move right here? And why don't you fan of flames these guys? Yep, that'll work. Good. All we need to do is now just kill this phantom, which would be pretty easy, I'm thinking. I said which would be pretty easy, I'm thinking.
How may I
Apparently not. Let's just finish it off with a magic missile. Oh, good. Yeah, phantoms probably have a pretty good magic resistance. Cause do we know anything about phantoms, by the way? Where are they? We've got shadows. Here it is. I think it's resolve against magic missiles, right? Let me check.
Yes.
Or reflex? No.
Indeed. Yes.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Yep, it's empty. Well, I guess we'll go into the cellars. Or I guess it's some sort of a dungeon.
Let's see
Okay,
what lies
let's
this way.
sneak in a bit. What do we have here? Some spiders. And like spear spider. You should be able to kill them quite easily. So why don't you start with this one? Okay, they're pretty strong, but should be able to kill them.
But I'm slowly dying.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do we want to do? Should we just like beat them to death? Thinking so. Let's disable this guy. While this guy just focus fire this ivory spider.
But I'm slowly
Okay,
dying.
easy. And this guy can actually cast a spell right now. What do we want to cast? Let's cast this. Yeah. Didn't make it, I guess. Okay, let's stack the spiders. You do that. You knock down one of them, like this one, for example. And
How may I help?
how about? Okay,
How may I help?
where's my guy? Why don't you go here? And why don't you try Fan of Flame them? Yep, that works perfectly.
But I'm slowly dying.
Okay. Let's focus. Well, my soldier, my fighter will probably kill that Ivar Spiderling. We should kill that spear spider. Okay, good. Plenty of spiders here. That sign, like, does it mean that I already picked up something, or does it just, I don't know? Is it some kind of sort of raise issue from the previous stuff? Kind of weird. Some dead people. I guess remains of them. Yeah. Just normal dungeon, I guess. Okay, let's kill these guys. Well, if they'll be getting out one by one, it's fine by me. You know? Yeah, like that, please. Why don't you do that? Okay. Good. How much? Well, he still has more than 200 damage.
Yes?
200 health. So he's good.
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
Okay. A spectral man arrayed in armor and an officer cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it into ducal and Aediran insignias on his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
His voice flutters as he shakes his head. The hand holding the paper drops to his side. Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admet Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't. It'll make this even shorter than the Broken Stone War, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
Well, not entirely sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's still that Aediran war, some kind of war. I don't know. Which war was it? Okay, so I guess the what's his name? Marwold is in this part of the castle.
I shall be discreet.
We'll take those farmers by surprise. Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now. Don't worry.
What party?
Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one wants it said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
The Ryo? The ragged stripes of paint on his face twist as he laughs. You may not like them, but they're still our elders for now. That grey tooth pierced from beneath his lips. That was clever, drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approached the Ryo, they had no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you'll join their ranks one day, so long as no farmer's pitchfork fells you tonight, he laughs.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words.
He reaches towards your cheek, but stops midway, his splayed fingers quivering as a tremor of doubt runs through him.
You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
Okay, that's
I'll have this open in no time. I'll handle this.
lots of strange stuff happening, I guess.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us.
A large liver-spotted man, barrel-chested and paunchy, cowers in the far corner of the room. His white hair is a tangle of a stringy mess. He covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later?
You're Merwald. He looks up over his hand, his muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses as though having an argument. All at once he stops shaking, as sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks at you dead in the eye. Like a cornered animal about to pounce, his voice turns suddenly raspy.
Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit.
Okay, so he's gone totally crazy. I'm no spirit. Do I look like any spirit you have ever seen?
Mayor Wald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
The old man turns his body away and has another mutter-spluttering argument facing the wall. When he turns back to you, he has taken a confident stance, and his chest is puffed out like a soldier. A new strength enters his voice. So, looks like there's many personalities in him, like many awakened souls. Something like our, what's his name?
Come to speak to Mayor Wald. Mayor Wald, whose touch is poison. Mayor Wald, who knows not his effect.
I was told I'm a watcher, that you could tell me more about it. And about a tablet of some worth after that, once you two finished, of course.
A window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Peer and reach into it, speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, in empath, and the souls see them back.
Used it to help beings in both realms, did I? What the gods wanted of me, thought I.
The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Little I knew.
I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do they want?
No, no! Forgive me! Forgive me!
He covers his mouth with his hand, his breath convulsing, his eyes red and exhausted. You seem to have lost your mind.
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Yeah, Aleph. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? You mean you remember your past lives?
Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times. Memory. Personality. Identity. Any might resurface. Or all.
And I seem to be having conversation with several of them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Meowald has lost control. Meowald's body no more.
The spirits I passed, where are they?
Spirits and not spirits. Always whispering to Meowald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Meowald awakened, he could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
The spirits are memories from previous lives?
Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Meowald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know?
I have seen apparitions like those elsewhere since I became Watcher.
Oh no, no, no. You too. You too.
At once, in spite of his abject misery, his expression changes to one of utmost sympathy. Poor man. Poor man.
They will take you too.
Don't you Watchers not that to be trusted? What's to be expected when one makes a habit of seeing what not meant for mortal eyes, if not madness? Looks as though our journey together may be a short one. You're saying I'll end up like you?
So fragile the Watcher's mind. So real his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
If I'm awakened to the past lives, how would that would have happened?
We're reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own. Meowald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood, and screams.
How do you tell a spirit from memory?
Fragmented are memories, stuck in time, mindless, cruel, never far.
Why do these past lives still trouble you?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder. Soldier and marauder and Meowald. No forgiveness for what's past. No
return. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher. War there was all around. War of stone, war of tree.
He's talking about two different wars fought back to back long time ago. The Broken Stone War and the War of the Black Trees. The usual conflicts between locals and the settlers. Getting out of hand, both of them. Some folks are still mad about what one side did to the other.
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
I met one of your memory spirits. There was talk of raiding a village. Merwald's voice becomes raspy, and he is somewhere else in place and time, speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this Hattie a bitch an heir that belongs in Air Glodfath.
Merwald cringes himself again, watching something he can't bear to see. Shaking his head over and over, he wails. His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better that than to live in weakness. Well, go on.
The boy. The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for Marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier.
A baby conceived by the raider. What do you mean? It was a vessel for him? So that mother that was talking, I think she was talking to the baby that was born from that marauder.
For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
Then that was his mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the 9 Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
Burning his own, and why not? If they had been wicked and earned their punishment. He is weak of mind and soul. To see him cower before the flames, that should give you the measure of him. Merwald's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious to your presence.
Soldier and marauder, lies and vengeance, and dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for?
I see no reason, just bad luck.
How little we know.
There must be some way to make these memories go away.
No. Always there. Always remembered. Can't forget. Can't unsee.
I didn't just remember, someone caused it. They were masked and spoke of books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead. Books of burden. Queens that were. Known to me are they. The leaden key.
The leaden key? It seems we share an enemy, thanks Greenleaf. Assassins and watchers were workers both. They certainly keep busy. What can you tell me about Leyden Key?
Secrets, secrets, and deceptions, and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of watchers, hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
Who is this queen they pray to?
Woodica, goddess, crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But whose?
Okay. If Leyden Key caused my awakening, could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Do you know where I might find the Leyden Key?
City of Defiance. Never far from the Queen.
I need to go so I can search for this man from the Leyden Key.
Sleep well. Sleep well.
Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me.
You're confusing me with someone from past life.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to have to kill them. You know what? I think I'll do it in the next episode. Because, well, that episode lasted for quite a long time already. Thank you for watching, hopefully you enjoyed it, and goodbye.